Alright, hello everyone, I'm Wave, and last time we had quite an occurrence. Now we're in, I guess, like New Game Plus, and Sayori is gone from literally everything in the story, and now we get to write a poem to try and woo either Natsuki or Yuri, even though, I don't know, I feel like I'm still gonna have to end up with Monica either way. Ambient, jumpy, beauty, vitality, whisper, bubbles, bliss, comfort, lipstick, warm. Let's go bubbles. Unrequited, puppy, games, tears, secretive, cage, uncontrollable, dark, sugar, rose. Let's go tears. Pleasure, intellectual, calm, incapable, passion, extreme, whirlwind, swimsuit, charm, eternity. Let's go charm. Email, broken, hope, massacre, nature, anime, unending, color, rain cloud, infinite. Let's go with massacre. Lollipop, effulgent, waterfall, scars, skirt, embrace, melody, spinning, twirl, loud. Let's go with scars. Time, atone, desire, laugh, socks, marshmallow, infallible, special, nightgown, jump. Let's go with special. Heart, bouncy, promise, clouds, pink, disaster, chocolate, kiss, daydream, vacation. Let's go with promise. I feel like everything that would have been Sayori's reaction has just been shifted over to Natsuki now. Empty, smile, existence, cute, entropy, giggle, essence, fun, together, explode. Like if I choose together, I feel like that would have been Sayori. Variants, strawberry, tenacious, starscape, breathe, fireflies, hopeless, blanket, shame, heaven sent. Let's go shame. Incongruent, electricity, silly, sparkle, romance, anxiety, cheer, atone, or alone, amazing, after image. We're gonna go with amazing. Defeat, hop, clumsy, fluffy, flower, vibrant, adventure, unstable, judgment, sing. Let's go judgment. Pain, sensation, depression, raindrops, ocean, death, feather, poof, disarray, candy. Alright, I would have gone for depression. Let's go with ocean. Landscape, agonizing, crimson, climax, vivid, kawaii, kitty, tragedy, inferno hair. Let's go with tragedy. Pure, determination, happiness, sweet, cheeks. What? Sweet cheeks. Philosophy, lucky, marriage, sadness, cry. Let's go with pure. Fester, parfait, playground, party, love, whistle, Doki Doki, destiny, skipping, grief. Let's go with destiny. Holiday, dream, fear, mouse, shopping, hurt, ribbon, vivacious, fickle, pout. Let's go with fear. Extraordinary, wrath, shiny, memories, aura, family, captive, boop, fantasy, bed. Go shiny. Fireworks, meager, suicide, headphones, awesome, play, dazzle, unrestrained, sunset, vertigo. Let's go suicide. Heartbeat, nibble, question, misery, lazy, forgive, prayer, valentine, peace, flee. Oh, you know what? Was suicide an option beforehand? I wonder if I had clicked suicide back while Sayori was still alive, and if she would have like jumped for joy, and that would have been like a sign to me that like, oh, oh. Heartbeat, nibble, question, misery, lazy, forgive, prayer, valentine, peace, flee. Let's go prayer. Treasure, flying, universe, precious, childhood, imagination, excitement, disoriented, melancholy, papa. Let's go with flying, I guess. Hi again, Wave. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. Everyone's already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Wave. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. This is... Ooh, okay. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. He already had to be dragged here by Monica. Ooh, the music's like distorted. And you won't see the end of it. She's blocking the text, too. This is weird. Whoa. She's definitely like a fourth wall breaking character, Monica. Like the music is sped up, and it's like in a higher pitch. Put your comfort first, with a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, and this is where she has to give me the book, but there's no Sayori to tell me that she brought me a book. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Oh no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Oh, and we're gonna have the cutscene where we like fix up Sayori's blazer, and that's not gonna happen on this day. So she even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, okay, so I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she had lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. No, you just wanted to refresh, so that way you can talk about it with me. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? No spoilers. Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Why does that book sound familiar? There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Oh, that's what it sounds like. Markov is from what's that video game called? I don't know. Oh, Outlast, right? Like the Markov and that, I don't know, all that like ghost experiments and stuff. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Oh, yeah, is this actually... But the facility even gets worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Ooh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Okay. Oh, well, she did say she was into horror, and I don't have a problem with that. I personally am not the biggest horror fan. I can't really stomach it that much. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Wade? I'm not at all. No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Yeah, I mean, like, in moderation, but... I don't know. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Okay. Wait, then suddenly what? I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body, what? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in what? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Wait, the two of them? Oh, the desks. I was like, why are you referring to yourself in like the third person? Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to open the book to put the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. That smirk. I don't know. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's a little bit of a low blow. How are you just gonna say you second guess yourself way too much? That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Ooh, so she has read this book before, and she knows that the main character does something a little shady. Ahaha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the room. What on earth was that about? Wave? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Hahaha, don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? But Yuri's not in the classroom. Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Yep. Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back in my bag. This is all very interesting. Like I said, I feel like Monika's gonna be like the only one that's like left in the story by the end. Like I have a feeling the next day Natsuki might disappear. I don't know. Let's read to Natsuki first, because Natsuki is the initial waifu of the quartet of girls. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. This is the same thing. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, blah 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 blah. So that's the same poem. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. So and then the next day is the beach one, right? This is all the same stuff that we've already read. Okay, so let's see what Monika says this time. Hi Wave, having a good time so far? Good, glad to hear it. Since you're new here and everything. Alright, yeah, I've seen this before. Share your poem with me? Ha ha ha, don't worry Wave. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Okay, does she say that it sounds like Sayori, or does it say like maybe it sounds like Yuri or Natsuki instead? Great job, Wave. I was getting ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Hahaha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Okay, so it's because I answered more like emotionally this time. So that's why it's saying Yuri rather than Natsuki. I wonder what would have happened if I had like answered more Natsuki side, if Natsuki would have left, and then it would have been like punishing me for trying to choose this particular girl. That's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. But I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Oh, okay, so that's like the raccoon poem that she did, where I pointed out that yeah, it was like she's being like starved for attention. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Alrighty. I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident. Okay, this is because I have to sound confident. Let's read it then. This is the same poem. The hole in the wall. Okay. Oh wait, no, this is a different poem. It's the same title, but it's different. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Oh, it's a continuation of the poem. Okay, so the first time, I think it was like she was looking into this hole into the wall, and then she realized that she wasn't looking out, or I forget what it was. I think she was looking out, and there was this guy on the other side of the wall that was looking in. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think? Okay, so this is all... Yeah, so this is all the same dialogue, but like the only thing that changed was the poem. An epiphany. Okay, there we go. There's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated. Okay, this is the same tip of the day too. Go with the flow. Alright, so now we get to choose Yuri. So this is a raccoon poem, isn't it? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. Oh, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ha 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 ha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits. Okay, and this is the same dialogue now. This is not something you can be blamed for. Alright. Alright, Natsuki can be biased, whatever. Alright, this is the raccoon, wasn't it? Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare wait, no, this is the same thing. Okay, ghost under the... wait. Wait, no, never mind. So what, the raccoon is the next one, isn't it? I don't remember. I'm getting mixed up with the order of this, the poems. Okay, so I've read this one before. The ghost under the light, tendrils of the my hair illuminate between the amber glow, blah blah blah. The light flickers, I flicker back. I have such terrible handwriting. I didn't take that long to read it at all. I literally just glanced over it. I feel like I could click the skip button, but I don't want to accidentally go over anything. I could probably learn a thing or two from you. A thing or three. That's something that Xenoblade is kind of imposed on me now. like, let's show him a thing or three. Alright, that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, as it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Alright, we got that distorted music again. Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. I read each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. It's fancy. I almost feel like I guess I'm already on the Yuri path. I should go for Yuri to see what happens in this New Game Plus. So I should probably choose Yuri at this point. Oh, she said Monika liked it and Wave did too, rather than Sayori and Wave liked it. I still feel like, yeah, Natsuki is like the one who, the one that's right in this situation. Yes, Yuri bullies her at this point. She's like, "Oh, if I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy." And then she says the thing about her boobs, and then Monika jumps in rather than Sayori. This doesn't involve you. Look, what? Wait, me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Ooh. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Wave hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Wave. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What the fuck? Okay. So I get to choose Natsuki or Yuri. Do I really want to choose Yuri? I still don't think I want to choose Yuri after all this. I do still just want to choose Natsuki, I think. But then, I don't know what they're gonna do to Natsuki in the game if I decide to go with her. I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna choose Natsuki. Wait. I can't check. Can I not click Natsuki? What? Okay. Monika. Hey Wave. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Yup, okay, so I am gonna get strong-armed into having Monica as my girlfriend. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Wave. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Let's save real quick. This has gone on a different turn of events than I figured. I figured it was just going to be a bunch of replacing things, but this is actually completely new. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. She's afraid of Monica. Like, she's afraid of Monica. I can feel it. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. Oh, she wants to make sure that Yuri doesn't say anything that she doesn't want her to say to me. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Wave. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really Oh, okay. Looks like we're doing another. What the hell? What is this game? So this is starting to turn into like a very like mentally like it's just like a horror game starting to just mess with your head. Silly, uncanny, misfortunate, papa, infallible, comfort, giggle, fantasy, rose, entropy, rose, bliss, hurt, warm, marriage, wonderful, boop, twirl, mouse, shopping, treasure, go twirl, cheeks, blanket, together, contamination, scars, bouncy, essence, pure, heaven sent, dream. Let's go with contamination. Disoriented, vacation, calm, graveyard, vertigo, pleasure, journey, intellectual, flying, music. Let's go with music. Headphones, tears, disown, question, bubbles, dance, parfait, or portrait, fireflies, unending, promise, dance, dream, holiday, frightening, lazy, destiny, meager, jumpy, starscape, disaster, chocolate, infinite, special, sugar, cry, flower, feather, games, dazzle, marshmallow, suicide. I'll give it to my boy Dazzle. Fester, play, sunset, vitality, extraordinary, pain, puppy, memories, variance, misery, pal, grief, skipping, clumsy, ocean, imagination, adventure, depression, whistle, anxiety, ocean, prayer, charm, parfait, anger, party, horror, loud, covet, peaceful, doki doki, horror, determination, fear, embrace, candy, effulgent, summer, breathe, whirlwind, atone, unstable, breathe, forgive, cheer, time, ambient, cage, wrath, sunny, smile, sweet existence, sunny, clouds, unrestrained, fun, playground, eternity, love, flee, kitty, secretive, sensation, secretive, unrequited, beauty, disarray, family, fluffy, hope, inferno, captive, massacre, vivid, go with family, death, defeat, broken, afterimage, ribbon, analysis, incongruent, nature, alone, nightgown, let's go with nightgown, spinning, climax, desire, amazing, crimson, anime, aura, vivacious, jump, kiss, incapable, lucky, pink, despise, excitement, uncontrollable, milk, bunny, email, socks. Let's go with socks. Kawaii, hop, rainbow, strawberry, laugh, swimsuit, extreme, lust, childhood, empty. Let's go with swimsuit. Electricity, waterfall, lipstick, valentine, joy, happiness, rain cloud, explode, dark, awesome. Let's go with... I'm not a fan of lipstick on girls, actually. Let's go with happiness. Philosophy, vanilla, melody, tragedy, fickle, hair, vibrant, sparkle, passion, judgment. Let's go with sparkle. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple days. Welcome back, Wave. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. She looks over her shoulder, looking at the room. Natsuki's reading manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you're considerate and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been around here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it doesn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. I mean, I guess that's true. I still feel like Natsuki's like the only pure girl here. Wave, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around. And, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? Ah, no, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. Yeah, see, look at that. Natsuki is willing to, like, not bring it up and just leave it in the past. Meanwhile, Yuri is, like, still kind of harping on it a little bit. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. Oh, is this where Monica comes in late, and since Sayori isn't here, we don't get to do the whole, like, giant cookie thing? What? Why are you looking at me like this? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Natsuki, what the heck are you talking about? Did you say something yesterday? Oh! So Monica and Yuri are both able to, like, break the fourth wall. And Natsuki doesn't remember any of it. Eh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... Mid-bowl, sailcloth, blind sight, lifeline, a nan, faultlessly offered sklomab... What? Okay. And I can see her face there. I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid of you that you secretly hated me or something like that. No, that's not at all. I don't hate you. Ha 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 ha. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. Ha 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 ha. What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. Ha 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 ha. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Oh yeah, this is all the same stuff. It's just we're in a different spot. We're in front of the closet rather than, like, in the front of the class. Well, thanks, Yuri. She looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Wave. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Hahaha, don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. She just admitted that she's practicing piano for me. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Wave. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't start pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. I actually don't really like tea. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. Ooh, why do I feel like this is gonna be violent? She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay, you stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make some tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. She's watching me this whole time. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Ooh. We're gonna return. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Oh, I'm back. Oh, okay. Okay, so what she did was she went out of the classroom, went down to like where the water fountain is, and started cutting her arm. Okay. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Wave, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking and cutting myself, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not that very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. Or cut yourself, please. Please don't. You're always worrying about me, Wave. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Wave, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against a wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. That must be really awkward. You have the book in your left hand, I think, right? Which to begin with is kind of like weird. Because you have like the right side of the book in your left hand, and then you have a teacup in your right hand. You're sitting up on the floor up against the wall. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Wave. So sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. The music just stopped. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Wave. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Wave. My heart won't stop pounding, Wave. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Wave? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. What is that facial expression? Ha. It's time to share poems. What in the actual hell is this game? Okay. I mean, I did Natsuki then Monica last time, and then Yuri. I have all three options this time. We're gonna do Monica first, and then we'll do Yuri, and then Natsuki. I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. What? She gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. This is really dark. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. How does Monica know all this shit? Like, what? I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. I want to be. I want to. Do I just answer all cute stuff then? Like Natsuki is like the real like regular person. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little bit more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in my head, and I know how to treat my club members. Why? But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Okay, so this is a continuation off of the save and load one. Save me. The colors, they won't bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop, violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless, that's not pain, it's just PM. Endless poem of meaningless. Delete her. Oh, she's telling me to delete Yuri. Yeah, this is very, very dark. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Oh, you know what? I think it's starting to click. Am I playing this game on New Game Plus every time until all the girls have been deleted? So because the first playthrough was like normal, and I decided, you know what, to tell Sayori that I love her, she ended up committing suicide because Monica told her to. And then moving on to the second playthrough, from my first initial poem, I went and used a bunch of emotional stuff. So it's showing all that to, it's bringing me to Yuri. And Monica is now trying to get me, or is trying to kill Yuri. And then if I go to the third playthrough and I play through as Natsuki again, Natsuki ends up dying, and then all that's left is Monica. Is that what's gonna happen? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. Don't forget to save your game. You never went, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? Please help me. Oh, it's because I didn't save this time. What? Please help me. Okay, that's my advice for today. Fine, Monica, fine. I will save my game. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's go to the knife girl. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you can work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came in a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Oh, this is a completely new poem. This is a huge poem. It has like no spacings at all. It's like literally an essay. Wheel, a rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disapproving the existence of God. God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dock ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Oh, what's going on? Ha 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 ha. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on on your pen. Um, that is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and um, I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. Ha 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 ha. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. I don't know what to say. Natsuki... Please, Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. So I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was just a compliment. Haha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing, maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending some time with her or whatever, but you know, Monica and I are just as good as her. Oh yes, I think Natsuki is definitely top tier out of all these three, at poems I mean. So you should really try to learn something or you'll never get better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it. Amy likes spiders. Okay, so this is normal. This is the same poem. I like this poem too. This poem is like, doesn't matter if she's weird or if there's a person that's like really weird or has like a weird hobby. As long as it doesn't hurt anyone, that's what I said, then it's fine. So in Yuri's case, she has a hobby with knives, but because she's hurting herself, that is not okay in my book. That's not okay. That's not a good hobby. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. I was just warming up. I can't even have people respect me. Geez, now you're making me complain too much. For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks, but it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now. I have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? That is not a poem. That's just Monica, Blocky, and like... Is this up like a puzzle? No, it isn't. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. That's my concern as well. Don't worry so much. Everyone's been a little bit more lively ever since Wave joined and we started with some collectivities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still have only 4 members. The festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Wave? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Wave to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Wave joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Wave isn't even passionate about literature in the first place, and that's everyone. But you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Wave want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? Yes, she is. Natsuki tells it like it is. She knows exactly what's going on, and she's not afraid to say it. This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why do I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Wave, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in this club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Wave. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? You are the vice president. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Did she start, crying tears of blood? I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Wave? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving a direct answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. I kind of hits home with me too. I'm like, it doesn't matter, if you have, the biggest, group, for, whatever, club or, party of, members of thing that you have. It's, being able to build that bond among, everyone that's there. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each oh, she's starting to cry the blood tears. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Wave? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Wave before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Wave, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president, and I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. What are you talking about? Natsuki's like the realest down to earth girl. Um, you know what I mean. But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I only know you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No. Okay. Maybe Monica isn't a bad person, but then again, there's so much evidence going up against her, like saying that like she knows way too much. She was able to like know that something was up with Sayori, and know like she knew so much about Sayori, about her depression and all that, and then she knows for a fact that Yuri cuts herself. Um, they haven't said anything bad about Natsuki yet. I mean, I don't know if maybe she takes a book out of a little bit of creepypasta and does something with her cupcakes, but I don't know. That might be something that we'll see. But this was definitely a very interactive experience for this part. I guess I will see you guys in the next one.